Recording. I am with Anthony Jones, one of our many producers at BRIC. Currently, he's playing video games. I guess that's how he's getting himself through this quarantine. Anthony, what were you doing prior to this that was put on hold?
I mean, everything. All I do is film. So, I mean, it kind of jammed us up not having the station to record the Real Fans Real Talk or the podcast on the shit. But we figured it out, and we've been recording shows. So I got I got 2 episodes of Real Fans Real Talk done, and we've been shooting. I don't think we even really stopped recording the podcast.
Okay.
So we've been managing.
Okay. Cool. So I know you were looking forward to the BFREE awards. You won a few times in the past. Like, how did you feel about that? You know, when you found out that was going to be canceled.
I mean, it sucks because you know what I'm saying. Like, because I mean, at this point, I don't really think about it for myself, but I think about it more so for the people on the team that haven't experienced that, and so I kind of want that experience for them. So it sucks, but I get it. I understand. You know what I'm saying? It's what's necessary. And it's not. I don't think it's something where it's never gonna happen. We'll get back to normal at some point. So I'm not really concerned about it too much. But it does suck. It stings a little bit.
Okay. So what are you? I know you said you're working on the podcast. You're still working on the show. How was it trying to navigate and try to figure out new ways to work on the show? Because a lot of people's production stopped during this time.
Yeah, I didn't know what we were gonna do as far as Real Fans Real Talk goes, but once we started recording the podcast through Zoom, and I realized that we could just take the video as well, then it was back to business as usual.
Back to business.
Kind of haven't really missed a beat.
So what are you working on outside of that? Are you still editing and stuff like that? Because I know you said you're a shooter as well.
Yeah, I literally right before this whole thing happened, I started shooting with Jackie Reed. She used to host the nightly news on BT. Now she's on NBC now.
Okay.
So I started shooting her podcast. So I was actually working on that when we got shut down. Like, we had just finished it. I started the editing process, and we were kind of going back and forth on her on her podcast and where she wanted to go with it. So that's what I was working on, literally just as we got shut down.
So do you have any personal goals for yourself, like coming out of this? Because a lot of stuff has been stopped. A lot of people have time to think about what they want to do. Like, do you have any personal goals coming out of this, like stuff that you want to do after this is over with?
I mean, the goals haven't really changed just because we haven't really stopped working. And even, before we were figured out that we were going to start recording the show through Zoom, we were still working. Eric was still pumping out blogs every week. I was still doing the same work I was doing as far as with the website and, and the different social media outlets that we utilize. So the goal is still the same,
Yeah, so we are in the quarantine. I'm telling everybody to be quiet in the background myself. So you're in the quarantine, and we planning to come out at some point. Do you have any advice for anybody else, that's looking forward to being outside again?
Be prepared, because you might have to go back inside. You never know. I think that it's just a matter of kind of setting yourself up so that, like, for me personally, the quarantine really didn't affect me outside of just my personal needs of just wanting to, not even needs, personal wants of just wanting to do stuff and interact with my peers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely missed the camaraderie of us being at the station with the whole crew, because we got like a whole family vibe. Same thing with recording the podcast. So, I would just say prepare yourself for if you ever have to work from inside the home. Can you generate some type of revenue while you're sitting at home, playing 2K? Get your YouTube channel up. Try to get your subscribers up so you can make a little bit of money off your channel. Just figure out different ways of generating income. That's all.
Okay, cool. So, until next time, everybody's gonna see this up on our channels. Shout outs, anything.
No man, listen, man. I mean, of course, shout out to my team, the whole Real Fans Real Talk, shooting the family. Shout out to everybody. I hope everybody's keeping a cool head during this time. I know it's stressful for a lot of people because I'm fortunate enough to what I'm saying, financially I'm good during this time if I can't go outside. But I know it's a lot of people out there that's not good. I know it's a lot of people out there that weren't blessed to have their own production company with all the equipment and everything, what I'm saying? So where something like this happens and realistically the work doesn't stop for me. But I know a lot of my peers at BRIC, they're not fortunate enough to where they own their own cameras, they can record in the house or own, just the editing equipment, editing software that you need and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So, but definitely, so shout out to everybody, man. Just don't let this thing get you down. We're going to be out of this soon, and just get ready to get back to the grind.
And what we'll continue to say, we've been doing classes right now. For those that are interested, you can definitely take the classes. So if anybody that wants to take classes and keep themselves busy, go on over to our education page on the website, and you can see what's going on. Anthony, thank you, man.
Now, I do have a question for you though, real quick, in regards to the classes thing, because again, I know a lot of my peers that are at BRIC, they might not have a computer at home. So, is there something that you guys can do for the people that don't?
Well, right now the classes are only for individuals that have access to computers. We can't just give out computers to everybody because that is a cost. A lot of stuff has stopped because of the COVID and stuff like that. We've had to cancel classes and stuff like that. So it's a financial issue on our behalf as well because we are an organization. So right now it's only the classes that you can take would be only people that can take classes right now will be individuals that will have an actual computer. Potentially, if you have a phone as well, you might be able to do that also. That's another option, but that would be the only two ways. Yeah, so
you got a smartphone.
So a smartphone or a computer, a tablet or iPad, those will probably be the best ways to take classes. We're trying to continue to just do things because a lot of stuff is stopped. A lot of kids are doing Zoom and stuff like that. I know you have God kids and stuff like that. So it's a lot going on, man. But thank you, man. Thank you. We just wanted to chop it up with some producers and see what's going on and make sure that everybody's mind is in the right place.
No problem. You be cool how you be cool.
Because I'm gonna be cooler.